I don't think there have been too many Afro-Caribbean and Latin celebrations on Staten Island. We are living in a food desert. Maybe not for apples and potatoes, but definitely a food desert for yuca and malanga and jackfruit and, the things that our grandmothers prepared. Staten Island is not necessarily known for being an Afro-Caribbean Latin community, but it is.
I was looking for the produce and spice that associated within my culture. I could not find much of that for my family.
Do people have access to culturally appropriate, affordable food and spices? How does that connect to public health outcomes? This project has definitely been a starting point for people to really understand the deeper issues in the community.
We are right at the footprint of the site where Eric Garner was killed. Tompkinsville Park, where we're situated, is really like a centrifuge of social justice issues. We felt like it was an opportunity to bring the whole community together.
Staten Island Urban Center, the Staten Island Therapeutic Gardens, and Jamaat House of Community wanted to create a market in Tompkinsville Park in Staten Island. There were a couple of goals that they wanted this market to do. The first was to represent the Afro-Caribbean and Latin community. The second is to have culturally relevant foods and produce available to the community. And the third is to create a new sort of town square.
We were fortunate enough to run into some awesome designers. They took us through a process of community engagement that we'd never recognized. You don't realize that you need to write down what people are feeling. And that became the foundation for the design work.
We did utilize surveys. We were able to present the idea and some of the survey results to different groups in the community. We put it out in our email blast or our networks. And then for folks that maybe had issues with technology, we welcomed one-on-one phone calls for feedback as well.
In every project that we do, we learn how to keep pushing the standard of design.
The fact that we had to work with so many different groups and so many different stakeholders really meant that we needed to balance a lot of needs and expectations. It allowed us to design something that could be as versatile as possible. The abuela, the grandmother, a symbol of ancestral wisdom that holds space for people to come together.
Imagine if you had a concrete park like ours that had a lot of nothing in it, and you provide just this boom, this little thing, this little structure that can get programmed by the community. While it was made for the market, it is a little casita that can be a stage, that can be a DJ booth, that can be a bookstore. The opening was fantastic. Everybody came out, everybody. And it was wonderful to see people enjoying the food and the music.
Me being a native Staten Islander, knowing what that park used to be, where moms were literally grabbing their children and bringing them closer to their side as opposed to letting them run ahead. It's an honor to have put this project into fruition, to provide sustenance for families.
We felt that if we didn't raise consciousness, there would be cultural erasure. We are a couple of weeks now of the market, and the vendors are real excited. As a matter of fact, we've already got a waiting list for the spring.